This is just smooth transition into playing. Let's talk about fast breaks.
My favorite.
So the advice I just gave, that's like the most relative to Lewis, because he's first one down all the time.
Yes. Where's Lewis?
Also me and Kevin.
And Kevin.
So, I mean, someone's getting defensive rebound. Someone's running down. So
Me and Han on the bench.
Ideally,
eating
you
chips.
both are not doing the same thing. You know?
Or I have the ball in my
ass.
hand.
Yeah.
When should we get Jollibee after or what?
Oh yeah, I love Jollibee.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
The fuck?
Wait, let's DoorDash Jollibee right now.
Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Jollibee?
It's like 16 pieces of chicken.
Down,
I
so
want 3
going
buckets.
through safety.
Family
You go for
style.
offensive board.
Save me from this dog shit game.
That goes
Oh shit,
with
Timmy's talking.
our
Hey, Timmy.
offense. So the offense on possession change.
Yeah.
So if we get the ball, it's a possession change. If they missed it, that means it's a fast break. Like you can still fast break if they make it, but you gotta be like fast. You gotta like get the rebound, run out, and like get it out immediately and look down. It might take too much practice or like NBA skill.
No,
Like
we're not.
you gotta be like
Because,
Tyrese Halliburton or something.
Sometimes what happens is like I'm the wing player, right? They take their shot. I want to book it, right?
Exactly.
Unfortunately, they get their offensive rebound. My guy's open because I'm trying to get it down there already.
That's fine.
I mean,
Like-
yeah, I mean, you'd be running down, but you have to also look.
Yeah.
So if they get the board, then you turn back around.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's bad that you ran down.
Yeah.
You just gotta get back.
I think it's worthy of the risk because you run so fast, and I feel like you probably have a higher chance of getting the defensive rebound
Your
anyway.
person shouldn't just be standing at the three-point line waiting for the offensive board if you're running down.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
that's
shit,
also true.
I gotta stop the fast break. So they should be running with you anyway.
If we have trouble with offensive rebounds, we switch something up. Like imagine we have like they have tall ass.
Or like
motherfuckers.
getting defensive.
Yeah, we just can't get our defensive rebounds. Right? At that
Nah,
point,
see,
it's
that's
probably-
why a lot of people have to practice boxing out.
Boxing out, yeah.
It's not about boxing out, being disciplined to always box out.
Yeah.
Let's put that ass.
Yes.
It's just a box out diff.
It's just a box out dip. It doesn't matter if they're taller because then you can box them out.
I mean, we can get into like how to double team people, but that's just a whole different
That's
conversation.
yeah.
For now, it's like we're just thinking one-on-one. Everything
Just
one-on-one.
fundamentals, the basics.
So let's go back to fast breaks, right?
Basics are important.
So fast breaks,
Basics are important.
fast breaks. First scenario, it's
I wish I
1
was
on 0.
basic.
That means you're ahead of the pack. If it's 1 on 0, pass the
Okay.
ball ahead. They finish the layup.
I'm
Next scenario, 1-on-1.
slightly lower than premium.
Sometimes you get the fast break. You have one defender.
This is
Still
the
take it.
subscription plan
Take a
that
bump,
you
finish it.
went for.
Yeah,
If
what's
if
one
they
level
stop
above
you,
basic?
Reset everything. Or look,
Average.
look for
Average.
for like 3
Iron. tin
another
foil.
scenario
I'm
is
tin foil.
2v1. So 2v1 is
Trying to get to aluminum.
2 offense people are ahead. They only have 1 defender, usually in the middle. In 2v1, you want to stay in the same pace as your other offense person. So if Lewis is other wing, I'm this wing. We're running down at the same pace. I have the ball, and the defender has to make a choice. Who's he gonna stop?
They look like they're contemplating their life
Essentially,
decisions.
you want to take the shot. You want to take the shot unless they turn their body towards you. So,
Meanwhile, this guy over here.
so if I'm neutral as a defender, Roger's the
Man's
ball
trying
coming
to
up with Lewis.
fucking do TikTok things.
Like if it's like this, Roger
Yeah.
takes the shot. You take this because I can't stop you. The second I do this, you pass it,
What do you think they're talking
and
about?
then because I can't turn and then turn around again.
Underwater basket weaving?
Also,
Oh, I should get closer.
I want to add like a general fast break principle, right? As a person commanding the break, you should be very aware of the scenario. Like, you need to be looking at your teammates. You need to know if you have numbers, right? You take the fast break if you have numbers. One, and you need to assess if you could beat the guy in front of you just directly.
Yeah.
Right?
Kevin, what does it mean to have numbers?
Numbers means you have an advantage, in momentum coming up, like an advantage in bodies, right?
You call it like
So-
2-on-1, 2-on-1.
And generally, it's not your job it's your job as a ball handler when you go up to kind of recognize the situation. It's also the guy behind you's job or anybody to announce the scenario. Usually, there should be a trailer on the play.
They can see the whole court.
There's a trailer on the play. I'm usually trailer or I'm like taking with the ball. My trailer guy needs to be talking to me. He needs to be saying 2v1, 2v1, 2v1. So I know that he's there. Or if it's 3v1 and I'm taking the ball on the right side, I know there's a guy on my left because I can see him on the other wing. I need to know if there's a 3v1. That's where the trailer comes in, and he needs to say that because I can't see him. Right. So if it's the 3v2, very a common scenario, that should be a bucket. 3v2 is bucket. Yeah.
And then the third person always yell like trailing, and then usually the most open shots in the middle, in a 3v2. So because the two people are on the sides, and then so they guard them, and the middle's
I think
still
we're like
open.
one for 6 for on
So
3v2.
the third person,
or
we should be
4v1s.
the third person, if you have 2-on-2 stuck on the free throw lines, the third person runs up the middle and they yell middle, like middle, get the ball. And then they're gonna chase you, you hit the floater. It's usually a floater.
I also think in actually a 3v2 scenarios, I think we need to practice this. The guy trailing needs to actually get the ball. So the break should slow down slightly so the middle guy gets the ball, because that opens up an option, right? So it's like this guy saying, oh, 3v2. Now you catch up to me, I give you the ball like right here. And this is a really commanding position, right? But if I give you the ball like here, it's kind of almost too late. You should have given us the ball up already. So the ball, theoretically, best case scenario should be coming down the middle 3v2. That's like the best scenario we have.
And then you should get an open 3 essentially. If it's like, if everyone's that close to each other, 2 defenders up here, 3 out here, well, you should be, one of you guys will be open. But you should give it to the middle, because they're gonna attack the middle. If I get the ball up here and I attack the middle, one of these defenders are gonna go in. If they go in, I pass. If they don't go in, I attack.
I think it should just be like, in that scenario, we shouldn't be flaring. 3v2 is generally 3v2 is like this. 3 guys, both converging. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. They should look for that cut.
3v2 converge. So this guy needs to give it up to this guy, and then we need to continue to play.
I can sometimes even look to shoot the 3 off here, because if they go up, we get the back cut, and then they have the 2v1 up there or whatever.
I mean, if you have 3v2, wouldn't you just have like one here, one cut, and then one in the 3?
Yeah, see,
so it spreads the floor, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, usually it's just 2 people at the wing. I mean, they decide based on the defender whether or not they cut or spread out. It's just you gotta read your defender. And the middle person looks to do something aggressive in a way that pulls the defender. If they don't pull the defender, they sag back, just shoot it. There's nothing wrong. Like, you get it here, you immediately want to shoot it, because if you wait 2 seconds, they're gonna come down. They're gonna block you. But in this scenario, when you're calling 3v2, it assumes there's no one near you, like not close to you. But you get it, you just pop it. If they run up, you pass it. You know, you abuse the mismatch, the outnumber.
Early
Like, do
transition.
something aggressive.
Yeah. Early transition 3 is good, because then it's 3v2. You probably, even if you miss it, you might get the rebound.
Yeah, you already outnumber
Yeah,
them.
so it's a good advantage to be
You
in.
still have 2 defenders against 2 defenders.
Yeah.
And maybe even a third person.
Exactly. Yeah. So don't be afraid.
Yeah. That's a little bit fast work.
Any comments, sir?
Questions, concerns?
Questions?
Love 3v1s.
You heard it. You heard it here first.
30 next time. 3v1 is.
Hey, sometimes
Questions?
Sometimes the pulling from 30 is actually a better shot than we end up getting anyway. Probably turn it over.
One time we turned it over.
Alright, I'm gonna look back to your question.
Yeah, see, that's the next scenario.
Yeah, so Lewis's question was, if we get the ball on defense, so it's a turn of possession, what are we immediately looking to do? Like, what's happening?
Wait, what do you mean? So.
Like we're on defense, they shot the ball, I just got a rebound.
Oh.
The possession switch.
Oh. Okay. Got it.
So on possession switch, I went over this before, but to go again, it's so I mentioned earlier too. It's the two people furthest up, they're fast breakers. So they should immediately, people closest to the half court line, they should be running down. And then it goes into what I just talked about earlier. You gotta assess the defense, either go out or in, fast break, whatever.
Yeah.
Those 2 people go up.
Yeah.
Because I now deem those 2 people the corner players. And the other 3 people, they're usually getting the rebound. Because normally we should have about 3 defensive rebounders. So we'll just be here. Like me, Hugh, kind of where we're just here. We just got the rebound, right? So we're back here. We have 2 people going up. So now we either throw the ball up if they're open, or I'm driving the ball up. And one thing about taking the ball up is I think we should take the ball up the wing and not the middle.
I agree.
Because if you take it up the middle, the only way you can attack is outwards. But if you take it up the wing, I can attack the middle. That makes sense. So I can get a screen from the middle. Now we just ran a pick and roll that moves towards the middle. If I start in the middle and I get a pick and roll, it moves towards the corner. Not what you want. It's like less advantageous positioning. So that's why we take the ball up the wings. You take the ball up the side of the court.
Yeah.
For that reason.
It's more options too. I think in general, or my philosophy, whenever it comes to like whenever you get a defensive board, you want to try to create advantages. That's why you have the two players running. Was it? Because then they have the momentum going backwards, beating their defender, so your team has an advantage and stuff.
That is basketball.
Yes, basketball is just
all about creating advantages. Right?
Yeah, sometimes.
That's why you do anything. That's why you move. You move to create advantage. Otherwise, everything is just an ISO play.
Yeah, that's why sometimes when I get a defensive board, I'm always trying to think of like trying to push the pace of the game to make it go faster. So sometimes I'll get it. I'll just run, do a fast break myself to try to beat people before they go back on to set up on defense and stuff. Which is why it's good if you have like your wing players run back, because the defense doesn't get to set up into like a 5-on-5.
If we outrun them, they're gonna get abused. Or whoever runs more.
Exactly. Exactly.
So if we have two people dart down, I get the rebound, start dribbling it immediately.
Yeah.
It's just all of a sudden a 3v1, 3v2, and we should win that.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. It puts the defenders in like a frenzy. Because imagine if you're playing offense, the other team grabbed the ball, they're just fucking down the court. Like, holy fucking shit, they're so quick.
And if they can't run, what they're gonna do is get safety early.
Yeah.
If they're getting safety early, they're not getting offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
That means they're like early. They're like dipping early. They're like, oh, shots up, we're going back.
Yeah.
That means none of them's playing offensive boards.
Yeah. It's a good mental game.
So if we're all running, it's just advantage. It's just nothing but advantage.
I think in general, if I get a defensive rebound, I am like 100% of the time I sprint the fuck up. Because like the ball should be.
And then you see someone ahead of you, you pass it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It happens all the time.
That's another thing too.
It happens all the time.
Yeah. If someone's in front of you, you should pass the ball and not dribble it up, because the ball moves faster if you pass it rather than dribbling it up.
Yeah.
So that's another way to like push the pace of the game.
Almost always pass it up. Well, you want to usually immediately start driving. Just dribble fast. Just head down the court and then look ahead of you. You'll see your open teammate if they're open. But if you hesitate or wait too long, sometimes there's already a defender there. And that's when we run into a scenario where we throw it ahead, but it gets intercepted.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. Because that's when we're too slow. Like, get the rebound, we turn around, we dribble slowly. And we're like waiting. And we're like, oh, he's open over there. Yeah. And then it's like a weak pass, right?
Yeah.
And this guy's here, he's like, oh, it's too late now. The defender's like, So that's what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Because what you want to do is have two people running down. You're both running super fast. It's just a pass ahead. They can't intercept this because the play's moving so fast. But if you're just like, your Concha's back there like, she turns around and she's just like going at this pace.
Yeah.
Then all the defenders are like, she's gonna throw this bitch down. So they're gonna be ready to intercept it.
Yeah.
But if she's driving down, and then I have a guy up ahead, it's just because when you drive with intent, the defenders are more like, they want to go back. Like, how do we defend this? Well, if you're taking your time, they're gonna be like, well, I have the bandwidth to intercept now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going back into ball change, right? Two people up the court, they're opposite corners. Usually, it's usually rare that we have two people up here, ball change, and now we have two people running up from the same side.
I don't think it's ever happened.
It's almost always you're on opposite sides.
Yeah.
So it's always, just some person at that wing, just some person at this wing, whatever. And we're running the fast break. And so the other three players, right? How do we know who gets the ball? How do you know if I'm the middle player or the side player?
What happened?
I've never seen that happen before.
You just shit his pants?
Just fucking sitting here and I hear a little.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
All this information, you know?
Brain farted.
Right?
Yes.
Typically, if I catch the ball on the side, you just have to see where the other two people are. So I'm on the side. No, there's no one there.
You're on the same team. What are you doing? I know. Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Typically, defensive rebounds, right? You want to cover 3 scenarios. One person with the blocks out the side, one person blocks out the middle, the other person blocks out the other side. This is like a 3-person. This is how you get, like, you know, you cover all your bases. You're all boxing out. You're gonna get the board. So that naturally is left, middle, right? So the middle person gets the ball, they can drive it up the middle. Or like immediately when you get the ball, that's your lane. You turn around and you drive that bitch down. So if I get over here, I'm left side, the middle person's in the middle, right? Other person's on that side. So this is a 3-person lane. And ideally, the 3 of you guys are going at the same pace. This is really important for starting offense. Because when you're mistimed, you're not gonna see 360. The offense isn't gonna go smoothly. So I get the board, right? The 2 people should immediately be like, all right, I'm middle, I'm right. And they look at me. I'm going up like this. And so he has to stay on my pace. That's his job as the other person. If he's lagging behind, our offense is a 4v5. If he's on pace, then we can pass to each other wherever. If they try to trap me, I just do it to Kevin, right? So because we're all ready, we can do anything, we can attack, so we can start play. So that's our goal. That's 2 people down, and the 3 people up, they're 1 unit. I call them like the top 3. The top 3 are just 1 unit, and they want to look to enable each other. So let's say we're going right, we hit the half court. Now let's say this is the new other side of the court. If that were flipped, the second I pass the half court, and let's say like, there's no fast break, right? No one's open for a 3. I don't want to give up. I don't want to give the ball to the corner if their defender is there, if they're not going to shoot it. So that will put your team in a scenario where you're just trapping the ball in the corner. I just want to dribble up and look at these 2, and then usually this is where like all our offense starts. All the plays we go through, it starts in this position. 3 people in line, 2 corners ready to go. So here we just go into all the options essentially. Well, first option, you can always get rid of the ball. If this gets the offense started, it gets people like not asleep pretty much. Because if I go up and I just stand here, the offense is almost like lulled. It's like everybody's just like, yeah. So if I swing it, that gets people like engaged. It's like, oh, the ball's moving, everyone's active, everyone's thinking like, what can I do? What can I do? I swing it. I think a really good generic play to go for it's called pass and screen away. I pass it, I screen away. So I screen away from the ball. I screen my corner. Now my corner moves up. And then I don't know what he's doing, but I have a corner going up. He just got a pass. There's a lot of options here. So that's a screen away. And then what you can do is you can also like hold. If you held it, you could pass to that guy coming up, and then screen away for Roger. And then he's coming up this way. That person just came off a pass and screen away. There's just so many options. And I think that's a good. If you don't know what play to do a screen away. I think it's like one of the best ways to get just an offense rolling, essentially. Well, of course you don't have to. It's just an option. I think one play I really like is a high pick and roll. So you can start this when I'm up here, right? So you're running up with me. But what you're gonna do is just immediately run towards me. I see Kevin coming, I take the screen. Now he rolls. Now we're in a 2v1. I just hit him in the roll. He fumbled it. That should be that's like the most generic play you can go for, and that we should look for more. It's just off the rip. The second we pass half court, he wants to look for a high pick and roll. You don't want to wait till I'm stuck here and then pick and roll, because the offense is too slow. The defense is gonna read everything. But if you do it off the transition, it's called what's it called?
Transition, high pick and
No,
I would call it transition.
There's a specific word for when you screen in transition, like right as the plays as we're crossing.
The Steven
Uh,
Adams screen.
Whatever.
With that.
But yeah, so immediately pick and roll. When they set a screen and we're in formation, you almost always want to take the screen. Because I take the screen and now we can both move based on how they reacted. But if I sit here and I don't take the screen, he's just standing there and both defenses are just like they have more time to get ready. So you always want to just take the screen and then see how they react, and then see how you read them too. Because if you hit them with a solid screen, you can roll off it. You already have an advantage right there. You already have the roller with an advantage. Now that last person has to decide where to stop the roller or stop the ball handler. If they both go down, so he stops the roller. If they both go down, you shoot it. If they both go down, you shoot it. If they both attack, then I hit the roller. It's pretty systematic. As a ball handler, you always move away from the defenders. So if I take the screen and I look at both defenders, who is closer to me? If this person's closer to me, I move this way. Just try to split them. I try to split the defenders because the defenders don't know who's gonna get the ball handler. We're equidistant to him. They don't know, like, do we switch this? Do I cover him? They called a switch. If this guy was too far up, then my pick and roller should be rolling off that, right? But this is pick and roll is like a very important offensive thing that we should probably practice more, because it's like the most solid play of basketball.
And then
Pick and roll.
if you pass it to the roller, since we're gonna have two offensive rebounders, one of them's gonna be the actual person who laid up, and then is gonna be the opposite corner of the layup. If you pass it to the roller,
Oh yeah.
then who's going in for the corner is gonna book it this way. Other corner, opposite of the layup, is gonna go in, right? Or to be both corners still.
Oh, if he's like doing a layup.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If you hit the roller, and then let's say they take the layup, they take like a floater or whatever. Yeah, it's weak side corner goes in for offensive,
And then everyone
this guy
else
goes back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
'Cause you just create a hole in this side. So you can't have both you guys going in. Otherwise, they're gonna shit on us in the fast break on this side.
Okay.
Yeah, and then. But if I don't take a layup, you're not gonna run back yet. If the ball's alive, I want you still at that corner, or you still want to do the shift thing. It's strong side corner. You're just in strong side corner now.
Okay.
So you want to move to the open spot, or because most likely the help is gonna come up. If they hit a really good pick and roll, one of the help defense is going up. If the help defense goes to help, then you should be able to abuse them, essentially. Abuse that mismatch. So the person who got the roll, you either hit the open person, or most likely, if there's help defense, you should be able to just pass to whoever the help defense is guarding. Like if you see help defense, like even if you didn't see them, or if you don't know where your teammate is, you can assume help defense comes from the side where you have a teammate, typically. So if help defense comes from the right, I should immediately think I probably have a teammate open at the corner. If they come from the other side, I should think, just look in the direction of the help defender, you'll see a teammate right behind them, essentially, somewhere. That should be your immediate reaction when passing in like a fast transition play like that. I know we usually lack that kind of vision, but that's one way to help gain that vision, is to think like that. You don't have to know where your teammate is, off the roll. But once you're inside and the defense comes, you should be able to at least find that guy, at least. So I think that's a good thing for the pick and roll. Yeah. Questions, comments?
What if I reject the screen?
I think.
What if we run it so often? I'm gonna reject the screen.
I mean, if they overplay it, you can reject it, right? So I think.
I'll be like, went back the other way. Oh, get fucked, bitches.
Yeah, you're welcome to reject it. I did this in Momentous, where it was a slower play though, but I'm at the wing, and I want Roger, who's the top player. I wanted him to screen for me. So he screened this way, and then Jay was defending me, and then I just hit him with the in and out. So like I looked left, I in and out, and then I went this way. So but what Jay happened was Jay's like, oh shit, there's a screen. He jumped this way. He wanted to stuff it. He wanted to stuff the pick and roll, but because I faked it, it was like a good option. You know, you want to adapt. Because I faked it, wide open lane. Wide open. You just fucking, this guy can't help. You just do like a high pickup, whatever. Like, usually that play is so fast that help defenders won't come in time. And if they do, it goes back to pass it to the teammate. Pass it to the teammate that was behind the help defender. So if I hit him with that, all of a sudden Steven comes from the weak side. I feel like, oh shit, Steven's coming. That means the corner's open.
Can be even more aggressive.
Easy money, right?
So, I'm gonna test that on you.
Okay, I'm your help defense.
have very limited space.
I need help. I need help.
Oh, get fucked! Oh my god. Remember the corner view. Yeah, so that's just a basic pick and roll. So that's a roll. Let's go over what a pop is. So pick and pop is one of my favorite plays because people always go under. So if I take the screen and both people are going under, if this person's going under the screen, he's still defending the screener, right? Like it's just covered. It's a switch, and I still cover both. So that's why off the screen, a pop means you hit the screen, and then you flare out to the other wing. So if they both are sagging back, I now just opened up space this way. I can get the catch and shoot. Or if anything, like, because the way it's spaced, there's two defenders up this area, and I'm more to the side. I can also rip it straight to the rim, because now, you know, the defenders are shifted. This is the advantage that we were trying to create. So I can shoot, I can pump and go, or I can just rip it off the catch. Like, catch it, rip it. And then usually, because they went under, right? So if they shifted this way, they passed that way, I'm still here. And I'm like, oh fuck, like this is just bad positioning to guard the pick and pop. So I think we should look for pick and pops when usually the case is both defenders are over watching the ball. It means the person on ball went under so that they can still cover the ball. And the other person is like looking to switch or something, so they're usually on the ball too. So when you have two people on the ball, as a ball handler, you always pass when the two people are on you. You did your job. You got both their attention, get rid of the ball. And that's how you abuse the pick and pop. So the last option is just a rescreen. So no one does this. This is like this is a scenario I want everyone to learn is a rescreen is when the play is slow. So like he sets the screen, I take it, but we're not going at a fast pace. So they just go under and we're both covered. This is like a very common scenario where the defenders are good, they switch early, they're defending both of us. So like what do as a ball handler? I took the screen, but he's already in my face, he already stuffed me. My person hit the screen, but they can't gain any advantage because the way the defender's defending them, I couldn't roll and I couldn't pop. So, and that always happens when they go under me. So what you want to do is rescreen. So they usually go under. I want to turn around, screen again. Now the ball handler goes the other way, and it's back into a pick and roll. This confuses the defense so much. Hitting a pick and roll from the left, taking it, and then switching, taking it again. Now both defenders, they don't know who's switching. They don't know who's going back for safety. This is the perfect time for the rescreen to roll off that confusion. Because you just hit one guy, or he went under you, and you hit him again, and then you roll immediately. I feel like that's like super strong. I feel like usually he's not gonna get covered. Or you can pop again too, but it's important. Rescreen, to reiterate, you rescreen when the play is slow. So both defenders are just on one. Like they got you both stuffed. And they went under. The only way to stuff you is to go under while covering you both. So if you get stuffed like that, you just hit a rescreen and just run a second pick and roll. The last thing you want to do is the person setting the screen. You don't want to set the screen and just stand there. Sometimes you just stand there because both defenders are here. They just stand there, they don't do anything. So now the person with the ball, they don't know what to do because you're waiting for your help to do something. You want to pick a direction, there's no advantage in any direction, I guess. So that's why if you hit a good screen, you want to roll to create an advantage. The only way they can stop the roll is playing under you. If they play under you, you can pop or you can re-screen to create more advantage. So that's the flow of how pick and roll should go. It's all about the ball handler taking screens, moving away from the opponents, and trying to catch one of them slipping. And the roller, person setting the screen wants to catch them slipping and roll. And if they both go under, you pop. So yeah, you should be able to get an advantage in the 2v2 pick and roll. So that's why we should practice it a lot. Essentially. So that's pick and roll.